Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you, release the rest. If you're interested in your own private reading, that information is down below, as well as a link to all of the decks that you see here today. So what we're going to be using to start things off with, and I forgot to actually set them ahead of time, we're going to start things off with the Confessions of a Runner deck by Angelic Revelation 144, and then we're going to grab some insight from the Issues deck by Fire Witch Tarot, and lastly we'll go ahead and grab some guidance from the Untold Messages of the Heart deck. This is by Aqua Moonlight. So I'm going to set them aside again, and we'll go ahead and get started and see what presents itself here today. All right, so starting off with the Confessions of a Runner deck. So this time around, guys, we're focusing on issues and confessions. What is your person thinking about you? The connection, where are they at on this journey? What issues are they going through? What is it that they're running away from, perhaps? All right, starting off with this message. It was soul love at first sight. My feelings for you scare me senseless. Wow. So Sagittarius, this person maybe just was not expecting their feelings to take off in the direction that it did. Love at first sight. Soul love at first sight, okay? So that's what they're confessing to you at this time. And they're not used to this. It's scaring them that they feel so intensely drawn to you, okay? But what are the issues here when it comes to this partnership? What are the issues? Second half of October. Let's take a look. Pacify. Constantly having to soothe and accommodate them to make peace. Okay, so if you're able to relate to this for yourself, Sagittarius, having to constantly pacify this person, always trying to just keep the peace, basically, in the relationship. And honestly, that's exhausting, you know? You shouldn't have to extend yourself in that way. So that clearly is an issue that is presenting itself here. And part of the reason maybe why you needed to constantly have to soothe them and accommodate them to just keep the peace in the relationship is because if these feelings that they have for you scare them, you know, my feelings for you scare me senseless. So they're not used to this. But they're also acknowledging that it was love at first sight here between the two of you. But if they're not used to that, perhaps they could certainly have some issues where they tend to self-sabotage progress that they make in their relationships. So we'll add to this. The Untold Messages of the Heart. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Sagittarius. Second half of October. Let's grab this one here. We have unresolved. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There are unresolved issues between the two of you. And if that is the case, either your connection is going through a bit of a rough patch right now, or you guys are not together because of these issues. So we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper here. We'll start things off with the Flaming Roses Lovers Oracle deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Sagittarius. And of course, this can be for cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in to this reading. What else do we need to know when it comes to your person, when it comes to this connection, Sagittarius? Passionate affections, look at that. This is the energy that they are in currently when it comes to you. They still feel this passionate pull towards you. But then we've got this defensive energy. Maybe this is coming from you. Maybe you're defensive. It could be my feminines who are in this type of vibe. And you could still feel drawn to your masculine, for example, but if you're on the defensive, that's because you guys have had too many unresolved issues that have already presented itself here. But look at this. You guys are twin flames. That's why perhaps it's coming through as this very passionate, magnetic bond between the two of you. Clearly what your person is communicating to you at this time, Sagittarius, is that they're wanting to know, can we work through it again? Is it possible to revisit this relationship and see where we can take things moving forward, learning from the past, to get rid of this defensive energy? We've got catching vibes right next to twin flame. So what I'm feeling here is no matter where you guys are at on this journey, energetically, vibrationally, you're still picking up off of each other's energies. You feel their presence, they feel yours. And you know, twin flames, there's that mirror soul vibe, you know? When they're afraid, maybe you're afraid. When they're lost, you could be feeling the same way. They're feeling overwhelmed, so are you. You're feeling frustrated, so are they. So you guys are picking up off of each other's emotions and feelings, perhaps. We do have past life here, so this could be a twin flame connection that goes back as far as a lifetime or several lifetimes for some of you. We have spiritual guidance. Okay, so your angels, your spirit guides, they are watching out for this connection, watching out for you, Sagittarius, watching out for your person. Perhaps you are being divinely guided towards a particular path in your life at this time, which could lead you guys back together onto the same path. We also have home sweet home. You guys could have lived together, you could have had a home together, but also this is an indication here where they feel most at home by being with you. And then we have crushed goodbyes, okay? Followed by painful. No doubt this hurt when you guys went your separate ways. So this is confirmation that you are in separation, that you are not together right now. You've been through a very painful journey here. And I really do feel that you might be dealing with somebody who's got some shadow work that they need to do. And they tend to engage in behaviors that are not coming from a good place. And so my feminines, perhaps you said goodbye to your masculine, but it could have also been the masculine who said goodbye to the feminine, however way that presents itself in your scenario, in your situation. So what we do know so far is that they still feel drawn to you. There's this passionate pull still. We might have someone here who's very defensive right now. I feel it more so for my feminines. This reminds me of the Queen of Swords right there. So my feminines, you could have used this sword to cut your masculine out of your life, even if it is a twin flame connection. You still feel drawn to each other, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys should have stayed together, because things clearly were not going well. There was a lot that was going on here. And perhaps the way it was going was not good. And so you felt the need to detach, or they did. You guys are in separation right now, but it hurt to be in separation. But they're coming through here confessing to you, Sagittarius. It was soul love at first sight, the moment they saw you. there was that soul connection instantly, and they can't deny that. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper here when it comes to the Divine Feminine. This is the Moody Moon Messages deck, honoring the cycle of the Divine Feminine. This is a deck by Sister Moon Tarot. So let's take a look and see where the feminine is at on this journey here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know? Where is the feminine at right now? Searching. I thought I had the answers, but now I don't know. Okay, so my feminines, you are in perhaps soul searching mode right now, which can be a little bit hermit-like. Okay, so some of you guys might be dealing with a Virgo here, that hermit energy. And it's okay to be searching for answers, because that can only contribute to your growth, give you a better understanding of where you're at or where you're meant to be. What else, please, for the Divine Feminine here? Confident. I am a magical being and creator. Okay? And I love how it's falling right below this defensive energy, because by really protecting your space here and cutting things out, releasing things from your life that really was not serving a purpose, and that includes this connection at the time that you guys went into separation. And by doing that, it restored your confidence. And perhaps, my feminines, you're now in this space where you do feel like you're a magical being, and that you're able to create whatever it is that you want in your life, whether that applies to your love life or some other aspect of your life right now. We also have secretive, not sharing how I really feel with your twin flame. It's falling right below twin flame. So no communication here. But my feminines, whatever it is that you are keeping close to your heart, you're not sharing it with your masculine at this time. We also have self-care. Spoiling myself and loving myself. And that's a good thing, you know. My feminines, you're working on you. You're focusing on yourself, on your journey, on your healing. And that's really good. And I love this. Shining. Finally found my worth. Good for you. That's why you decided to detach here and perhaps cut this masculine out of your life, especially if all you were doing was just pacifying them and accommodating them to where you were walking on eggshells here, you know? And so I feel there's a lot of, as it says here, unresolved issues. So much has happened between the two of you, but they're really wanting to know, despite all of that, can you work it out? Can you guys still work this out? And my feminines, this could be your response here, that you're detached. I don't even know if I care anymore. You don't even know, and that's okay. You have to honor that place that you're in. You know, just because someone's coming through as a twin flame, that does not give them license to treat you poorly or for you to be walking on eggshells around this person, especially if they've got issues within themselves that they are dealing with, and it's got nothing to do with you. So you're shining, you're confident, and you're focusing on you. That's excellent. You could also be PMSing, so your masculine better not mess with you right now. Completely immersed in my yin energy. You're still in possession of that sword. And you might just use it again, you know? All right. So let's give this masculine the opportunity to respond to all this. This is the Thinking Man Oracle. Okay, one of my self-created ones. This is my Volume 2 deck. So Sagittarius, what does this masculine have to say to the feminine at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Sagittarius, on the issues and confessions that need to come through in this reading. What is your person thinking about you and the connection? So right now we're focusing on the divine masculine. If you could rip my heart open, you'd know how devastated I am that we're not together right now. Wow. That's the masculine speaking up. And what I'm also feeling from this is just the whole reference of if you could rip my heart open, meaning just fully opening up and being vulnerable to really exposing what's in your heart. And that's what this masculine is now coming through, expressing through this card. And maybe they weren't able to do that before. Maybe they were closed off. It could have been the masculine who was secretive as well with how they were feeling. So the tables have turned a little bit here. Because it's my feminines coming through with that secretive vibe, not sharing how they're feeling. Next message from the masculine. I like you. I really, really like you. Hell, I may even love you. Why am I struggling to just tell you how I feel? Exactly. Why is this masculine struggling? Going back to the very first focus message, my feelings for you scare me senseless. So they're afraid of all of these feelings that they have inside them for the feminine. And maybe they've never felt anything so intense in their life. And they just don't know what to do with this. But in the meantime, my feminines aren't sitting around just waiting. You're living your life. You're focusing on yourself. You are shining. You're confident. Some of you have gotten to a point where you don't give a shit. You don't care whether they ever come to terms with their feelings or not. You're not putting your life on hold. Next message. How it breaks me that I never told you that you really are the love of my life and no one else can ever touch my heart the way you have. You know? And so if a lot of what's coming through here, feminines, if your masculine was just not the type to ever express these things, that could be one of their issues as well. Especially if they, as I mentioned, they needed to do shadow work. And if they've got emotional wounding experiences, limiting beliefs, if they tend to self-sabotage their progress in life, any toxic behaviors that they have allowed themselves to be saturated in, possibly even before they even met you. If none of those things have been dealt with and addressed and healed from, then you could have met them when they were broken. And they're the only ones that can heal themselves from that type of behavior. And then we've got open the door. So my feminines, you might have even closed the door to this chapter of your life. You detached, you walked away. The next message. I have everything I could ever want in my life except you. Wow. That's pretty insightful from the masculine, having everything. So this person, this masculine, could be really successful in his career. He could have all the money in the world. He has no issues with his security and stability in his life. Food on the table, his health, everything. The love of his family, his friendships, all of that is going along quite well. But the one thing that is missing is you. You're the one thing that's missing. So having everything really means nothing if this person doesn't have you. That's what's coming through here. Let's grab a couple more. From the masculine, I'll be waiting for you. So this masculine will be waiting, feminines. They're not going anywhere. They want that door of opportunity to open. And lastly, you will always be my baby. No matter what, you will always be this masculine's baby. And maybe that is the nickname that this masculine gave you, feminines, for those that resonate with that. You know, you guys could have called each other babe or baby. That could have been your pet name for each other. All right, so that's what's presenting itself here from the masculine. That's really very insightful here. So let's add some tarot to this. This is my tarot teacher deck for those who are not familiar. This is a deck I created for those who would like to learn how to read tarot. It contains upright and reversed meanings for each card, so it makes it very easy to interpret the messages if that is something you're interested in. The link to my deck shop is down below, as well as all of the amazing creators that you see here, Sagittarius. So let's grab some tarot messages here and see what else needs to come forward. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know here? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Love it. My feminines, I feel you're already doing this because the Ace of Cups is all about the self-care and self-love, being able to fill your own cup of love. I feel you're doing that. My masculines might need to work on this. The Ace of Cups can also represent a new beginning. For some of you, you might be focused on a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is an indication that despite where you guys are at on this journey, that things will get better, that there's still love here, that this is still a very deep connection between two people. We do have the twin flame card right there. We've got the Eight of Wands coming in. This is your own energy. That's fire energy right there. Sagittarius. This can also apply to other fire signs. Leo, Aries, and another Sagittarius. It is in the upright, so this is speed, this is progress, this is rapid action, movement, quick decisions. This can indicate a holiday romance for some of you. So perhaps a reconnection during the holiday season is in the books for some of you. And maybe you feel that your twin flame, they really have swept you off your feet. Or this is how they feel about you. That whole soul love at first sight vibe, you know? And then we've got the Judgment card. A rebirth, an awakening, an inner calling, a reincarnation, a transition for this connection. It's also a card of forgiveness, the need for forgiveness. Perhaps your person now realizes this, and that you ultimately didn't have to walk on eggshells when you guys were together the first time, and that they contributed to the drama. And perhaps during this time of separation, it's really given them the opportunity for self-evaluation to really see the error of their ways and how they can improve upon that. So this Judgment card really gives your person a wake-up call here. That's what they're needing. And it's a new beginning, truly. Bury the past and start fresh. And a new beginning, a fresh start, will bring you here. This Ten of Cups, amazing. A happy reunion. Dream fulfillment. A wish come true. Divine love. A blissful relationship. Things falling into place. Things that are going to be very harmonious for you and your person. It's alignment. It's tapped into a soulmate connection for some of you. So we've got twin flames. We've got soulmates coming through here. Ten of Cups can also represent marriage. So if that's ultimately what you're wanting when it comes to this connection, Sagittarius, you might just get it. You might just get it. What else, please, for Sagittarius on this journey here? We've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you might be focused on an earth sign here. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Yes, you guys have been through your ups and downs, your fair share of ups and downs in this relationship. The Two of Pentacles is all about adapting to change, prioritization, juggling. Okay, so juggling our responsibilities, our thoughts, other people. Okay, that could have been part of the issue here for some of you, that your person was juggling you and someone else. But this is also a card of balancing decisions. And I feel part of your person's journey is to be able to make better decisions so that things will be more stable and get rid of that whole up and down vibe, you know? What else, please, for Sagittarius? And then we've got the Two of Wands. This is your own energy, Sagittarius, okay? Again, a card of making decisions, future plans, progress, discovery. You're being presented with two different paths here, and it's up to you which path you're willing to take at this point. Which path will lead you towards the direction that you're meant to travel in your life right now? And will that path ultimately lead you towards your twin flame or your soulmate? I feel there's a really good chance for that. With the Ten of Cups, the Judgment card, the Ace of Cups, all beautiful energies coming through here. My feminines, you could be coming through as this Queen of Wands. That is your own fire energy. You're somebody who's very vivacious and courageous, very passionate, very attractive, very sexy. You're very confident in your own skin. Some of you could be a little bit hot-tempered. But yeah, you're coming through as this Queen of Wands right here. You could also have a really great sense of humor and just really enjoy your independence. You're standing in your power here. You're confident, and I love that. That already came through right there from that card. Focusing on the divine feminine. And lastly, we've got the Four of Wands. I love it. More fire energy, Sagittarius. This is you. Happy families, a card of a reunion again, cause for celebration, a homecoming, okay? We do have home sweet home, so I really do feel whoever it was that left the home will be returning to that home. This is a reunion between the two of you. The Four of Wands represents that twin flame card, okay? So for some of you, you really do see this person as your twin flame. And for others, if you resonate more with soulmate, that's fine as well. But this is a very happy outcome right here. Very harmonious energy. And truly, some of you guys might be walking down the aisle someday when it comes to this connection. There's a potential for marriage here. To build a life, to have a family someday, if that's something you're interested in. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, with some additional guidance from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius for the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st. What else? We have broken, okay? I ran away from you because I was afraid. I've given my heart before and my heart was broken. I don't know how not to run. All I do is run from love. I've gotten so used to the pain. I'm almost numb to it. Maybe, just maybe, I'll give it one more try. And I do feel this for your person here, Sagittarius, that they were broken before you even met them, and that they tend to be the runner. Okay, they tend to be the runner in a relationship. And going towards this very first message, I mean, the name of this deck, Confessions of a Runner. Okay, and this is your runner right here. This is your person. But they're willing to give it one more try if you are. We also have peace coming through here. I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. I know we had to let each other go due to circumstances beyond our control, but I will never stop wanting you. Please don't stop hoping that someday we can find our way back to each other. You are my serenity. That is what you represent in this person's heart, Sagittarius. Peace. We also have wait. Sometimes having patience is excruciating. We just want to take action, try to fix what's broken, what's not working in our relationships. Allow divine timing to do its thing. Don't make any hasty decisions. Take a deep breath. Just relax and wait. Just wait. What's meant for you will come back to you. And I firmly believe that. There's no need to rush through this. It's going to happen when it's meant to, and your person, because they have these issues that are unresolved, they have to be able to work through that first so that they're not bringing all of that baggage with them towards you. We also have lessons coming through here. Sometimes love puts you where you need to be. Sometimes it derails you and saves you from what you thought you wanted, because there's someone better, taking you down broken roads, teaching you lessons that need to be learned. And sometimes it brings you back to the beginning, that first love, because that is where you belong after all. So for some of you guys, this person that you're focused on for this reading was your first love. They could have been your first love in a past life. And maybe that's why you reconnected in this lifetime. In a past life, you guys could have been married. And you're being asked to wait to be able to manifest this into union in this lifetime, because there are still lessons that need to be learned. And lastly, we have unwavering belief. I never gave up. I want you to know that even on the most difficult of days of missing you, I never gave up on us. I always knew that there would be a day when we'd find our way back to each other. Okay, so this is your person, Sagittarius, letting you know that despite where you guys are at on this journey, they've never stopped believing that you guys can work this out and you can come back together. And maybe there's a part of you that never stopped believing either. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, with some romance angels. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Sagittarius when it comes to the issues and confessions of this reading for this connection. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? That it's safe for you to love this person. You might have to wait until it comes back together, but just open your heart to give and receive the love that they have to give and the love that you have to give them. Finances and career. It is coming through here. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if this is a struggle for you currently, it is represented here. And that as well needs to be addressed and worked through. If this does not apply to you, Sagittarius, this could be referring to your person. And, if you've helped them financially in the past, and for example, if they tap you out, that's a lesson right there that needs to be learned so that you don't repeat that pattern. If they got themselves entangled into situations where they're financially tapped out, that's their problem. That's not something for you to fix. So that could also be an indication of why you need to wait, because they've got stuff that is unresolved. We do know that. Let them deal with it. Keep an open mind, okay? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation, and this is one of those cards that comes through to perhaps remind you that what you had planned in your life, what picture that you had painted initially when you were first imagining what your ideal partner or mate was, this person came in and just ended up being unlike anyone else that you ever thought you would attract in your life. They could have very different features. They could be of a different background, different ethnicity. But whenever this card comes through, I can't help but feel that you were meant to meet this person, even if they don't match the description of what you have in your head of who your ideal mate is. And they end up being perfect for you. We have very soon coming through as well. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This is a card that's for both of you, not just you, Sagittarius. Your person as well is being given the opportunity to make a decision of what it is that they're wanting to be able to manifest that. If they want you, then they need to get to that point of making that decision to create action to make that happen. What else, please, for Sagittarius? And then we've got free yourself, okay? And I mean, you guys have gone into separation. So I feel you needed to separate yourself from this person because they had issues that they need to resolve on their own. And in the meantime, it really helped you to take back control of your life, to rebuild your confidence, for you to work on yourself, so that, especially my feminines, I really feel this for you. And here you are, you're shining, you have found your worth and have dedicated some time towards your growth. It's amazing, you know? All right, so that's what's coming through from the romance angels. Let's add to this, guys, with some sugar and spice messages. This is my deck. A little naughty, a little nice. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here for you. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. We have cupcakes coming through. Somebody might really enjoy cupcakes here. I may be small in stature, but my personality packs a punch. I've been told that I have a sweet demeanor. I love to socialize at parties. I'm not one to just sit around a table waiting for people to notice me. Actually, I typically draw lots of attention. I take pride in my appearance. You'll never see me wearing the same outfit twice unless you really like it. I really think you should take me home. And, you know, we do have this home sweet home card here. And I feel for some of you guys, maybe you had met at a social gathering, social event. It was love at first sight. You're very attracted to this person. They were attracted to you. I feel more so feminine energy from this. Some of you could be really petite, very small in stature. And you do tend to draw lots of attention from people. But you attracted each other. We also have grapes coming through here. Our love is like fine wine. It's only gotten better with time. Let's drink to forever. So some of you guys might really enjoy drinking wine, enjoying wine together. They want forever with you, Sagittarius. This reminds me of a toast that perhaps your person wants to be able to offer you. Drinking to a long-term committed future with you forever. And an indication here that given time, things will only get better between the two of you. What else, please, for Sagittarius? We have donuts coming through. Cupcakes, donuts, and grapes. What a combo. Things were so perfect between us in the beginning. What went wrong? Is it the chemistry, the attraction, the passion, the laughter, those intimate moments, our compatibility, the love we thought we shared? I'm not sure. I get that we had to say goodbye to figure this all out, but it doesn't make this emptiness, this hole in my heart, hurt any less because you're not here. So I really feel from your person, Sagittarius, they're coming through with this very vulnerable way of expressing themselves through this reading. They're letting you know, without you, there's this emptiness, this hole in their heart. Almost as if their heart can't even beat right because you're not there. That's pretty intense. Pretty intense stuff. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and add some messages from the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is by All Things Intuitive. So let's add to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know when it comes to this connection for the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st? What else do we need to know here, please? Now, this is interesting, okay? We need to let each other go. So this could, for me, be past energies because I'm feeling that you guys have already been there. You've already detached. You've already let each other go. But as a result of doing that, it's actually helped you both. It's helped you to grow, my feminines. It's helped you to focus on yourself, to find your confidence, to shine, to find your worth. And for my masculines, perhaps this time was needed for them to realize that they needed to work on themselves and to grow from that experience and to learn from that experience. I replay our conversations over and over, okay? So perhaps your person is remembering something that you said to them, Sagittarius, something that really stuck in their head and in their heart. It was very profound, and that could have been the one thing that they needed to help them have that light bulb moment to wake up and start creating movement in their own life, to work on parts of themselves that needed work. Whatever unresolved issues they were dealing with in their own life, perhaps by you saying whatever it was that you said, it really helped get this person going. What else, please? I wish I had treated you better. Exactly. They've got some regrets about that. But, you know, they still feel so much passion towards you, Sagittarius. I mean, some of you guys, this is a twin flame connection. For others, it's a soulmate bond, which is, they're both very nice. They're both very special connections. Not to say it's smooth sailing every second. Clearly it hasn't been. And now they do realize that they did not treat you right and that they have regrets about that. They wish that they would have treated you better back then. Next message. I love you unconditionally. And maybe that was a lesson that they needed to learn once you detached. You were the best thing in my life. And they recognize this now. It's amazing what we realize when we lose something or someone. And that's what I feel for your person. That they've had a bunch of epiphanies as a result of losing you. It's time for me to heal now. It sure is. And that's a good thing, because by healing themselves, it will help heal the situation and the distance between the two of you. And lastly, I want to feel that way again. They want to feel the way they felt when things were good between the two of you. They want to be able to revive this connection and perhaps restore what fell apart. And in order to do that, they need to focus on themselves, to heal themselves, and they're doing that. They are doing that. That is presenting itself here. So that's a really good thing when it comes to your person, Sagittarius. All right, guys. So let's close this out with some heart songs. Okay, this is my deck Heart Songs. So if you are not familiar with the songs that come through, see if you resonate with the lyrics that present itself through the songs. So let's take a look and see. What are the songs for this connection at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius to wrap things up here for the second half of October, 16th through the 31st. I Was Born to Love You by Queen. Love it. So take a chance with me. Let me romance with you. I'm caught in a dream and my dreams come true. So hard to believe this is happening to me. An amazing feeling coming through. This is how they feel, Sagittarius, that they were born to love you. They are coming through here, letting you know that they now realize that they love you unconditionally. Maybe they didn't know that back then, and this was truly a lesson learned. They had to lose you to realize this. What else, please, for Sagittarius? I Honestly Love You by Olivia Newton-John. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day. And you shouldn't blow the chance when you've got the chance to say, I love you. And they're coming through here in this reading, Sagittarius, letting you know this. Wow. We'll grab a couple more songs here. This is Against All Odds by Phil Collins. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face. They're feeling nostalgic. They're missing you. They might even be looking at photographs that you guys had taken together, or if they have access to your social media, maybe they're checking you out that way. And they're willing to take a chance here. Against all odds, you know, even if the odds are against the two of you, they're still willing to give this a second try. And if you're willing to give it another chance as well, Sagittarius, there's the potential that you can have this 10 of Cups with your person. All right. One last song. We've got Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. A long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. So this is really where they're at. They're really wondering, are you still mine? And ultimately, Sagittarius, you're the only one that can answer that. Is your heart still theirs? I feel, based off of what has presented itself here, that there certainly is a really strong possibility that you guys can bring this back together. And it's interesting, the reference to time here. Remember, you guys ended up getting this card. Wait, okay? Take a deep breath, just relax and wait. Just wait. What's meant for you will come back. It will come back to you. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. Lots to take in here, Sagittarius, and I do hope whatever part of this reading resonated with you, that it truly offers you the guidance that you could use right now, and just knowing that this can still work itself out here for you guys. All right, so anyone interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you as always for tuning in and for being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.